to Resident Evil 4 Remake. We are at the castle. So, after traversing the Deadly Village, we have now made it to the next phase of the game. So this is basically the second zone of a complete place. Before we ended the last video, went ahead and just went around to the side. Popped some treasures, got over here. There was a little vintage compass inside of that box. Right now we are in the moment of trying to decide on what weapons that we want to take with us for the future. And there's definitely a lot of good upgrades that he's starting to sell now. So our new weapons are the Blacktail, a Stingray, and the Broken Butterfly, which is a Magnum. And it is for sale right now and will only be on sale for this chapter. So we definitely want to buy the Broken Butterfly at some point before we end it, because we want, first off, we want the Magnum itself, but we also do want the free recipe alongside of it. So then that will allow for Magnum ammo to start dropping. Even though it's a really low chance of Magnum ammo dropping from enemies, at least it'll be in our inventory so that the game will account for it while it starts randomly generating rewards from enemy drops and box drops and stuff like that. So do want to do that. Now for upgrade wise, Stingray over the regular rifle that we've been using the whole time is definitely a good one. The SRM 1903. Yeah. It's hard to talk while he just talks too much. But anyway, so the regular rifle that we were using up to this point, I believe, has the highest damage output of any rifle in the game. But the only caveat to that is that it's the slowest reloading one. So if you are enjoying it and you don't want to get rid of the rifle, then you may maintain the rifle and continue with your playthrough as normal. The semi-automatic version, though, the one that we saw there with the Stingray, it's a clip one, so, or it's magazine fed, so you go ahead and put a magazine in there to reload the gun and all that stuff. And I think it's a lot better, in my opinion, because you want a faster, semi-automatic shooter than you would a slow rifle, so you could pull off, more shots consistently. And it will be the best sniper rifle that you get in the game as far as like snipers are concerned. They did add another rifle to the game, which is brand new to this, but I don't really like using it for sake of how much rounds that it actually expends, and it uses rifle rounds, which really sucks. So I am going to put these away for now, real quick, just so that we can make space to buy the weapon we want. And then for this playthrough, I'm actually going to go with the Blacktail as my choice of gun, because we picked up a note in there saying with so many handguns available, it's kind of tricky to pick which one you want. Then he gives us a list of what the different handguns that are available right now and, like the pros and cons to each of them. So the Punisher, the Red 9, and the Blacktail, and the Matilda. Matilda is out of stock because it is whatever. And then Matilda was also Leon's very first weapon that he used in Resident Evil 2. So we'll have to figure out how to get that much later. But I'm going to go with the Blacktail because it is a really good gun for quick shooting, and it's very tiny, only takes up 4 inventory slots, and it's a gun that I've not used in any playthrough of Resident Evil 4 Remake. So I want to go ahead and use the Blacktail for this run because I've already done the Punisher, I've done the Red 9, and I've done the SRG, and also the DLC weapon, which I got on me right now, the Sentinel 9. So the Blacktail is the only thing that I have not given a full run for just yet.
Gun rhymes with fun. Welcome.
And the biggest thing about the weapons you want to do is,
I'll buy almost any.
if we look here, okay, you want to sell the guns when they're out of ammo. Like, you don't want any bullets inside these guns, because I already went ahead and tested it earlier. But if you sell a weapon and it still has rounds inside of it, those rounds will be lost forever, which is just a gigantic waste, right? So I'm going to use the pistol until it reaches 0 and then come back to him and then buy the Blacktail and sell off the Sentinel 9 for good. And then any gun that you don't want in the future, like if I know I'm not going to use the SG-09R at all, which I'm not, I'm going to sell that too. The only thing I'm not doing for this playthrough is selling things like the hand cannon, the Chicago sweeper, the primal knife, because these are items that you earn after you beat the game a couple of different times, and you complete some challenges in order to actually earn these weapons. But they're very expensive, and I don't want to like have more pesetas than, you know, a person who's not or who's playing it for the first time and does not own this stuff just yet, because you have to do a couple playthroughs just to get that kind of stuff. So yeah, so things like the Red 9, the SRM, the SG, those weapons will be sold. The Skull Shaker, these things will be sold, because this, you know, the DLC weapons that I got because I got the deluxe edition when I purchased the game the first time, stuff like the Sentinel 9 and the Skull Shaker will be sold as well, because they were part of my game. If you bought the standard edition, then you won't have that option, so it is what it is. I'll just have a little bit more money, but I already have that because I got the extra treasures as well. So just a little bit of, you know, gamesmanship there, I guess, for the sake of having the deluxe stuff.
Welcome.
Yes. Alright, so first thing I want to do is buy the Stingray.
This gun turns heads into pumpkins, mate. Take this for a rampage through the patch.
I didn't really like that line. I thought that was pretty stupid. But anyway. So now we got our new weapon. Make sure you're always upgrading your knife and, you know, repairing it as you use it.
Have a ticket, do ya? Nice.
Power for now. Not really something we need, because we want to start thinking about our weapons here a little bit.
Pleasant travels.
But what we do want to do is that we want to take out the TMP and TMP stock. Okay, along with the scope. Because you want to attach the scope to the Stingray. And we need to attach that to that. And then, I don't know why I keep doing that shit. There we go. And then this thing shoots very nicely. Alright. What's also very important to look at is when you're looking at weapons, you'll see like they come with different perks. And the perk for this gun is that it's 3 times power against weak points, penetration power, and compatible with various scopes, right? The perks is it's compatible with a laser sight. So I could have put a laser sight on this many years ago, but I decided not to buy that because I knew I wasn't going to stick with this gun for the long haul. And compatible with TMP stock. So the perks are whatever. I mean, most of the other weapons will say the same stuff too.
Welcome.
Kind of like over here with the old W870, it'll say what it says.
You'll get some bang for your buck, I guarantee.
Then we're gonna
Well then, what can I do?
sell the
Ruby's all rubbish, it makes no difference.
SR. There you go.
Well, thank you. Come back anytime.
And remember, when we sell weapons, we get back pretty much a large amount of what we spent on it in order to like kind of play with more weapons in the game, which is fantastic from them, and I really do appreciate that. Okay. All right, now we're ready to go ahead and take on the castle. So with that all bought and done, we are moving on. Couple of points of interest that we need to be aware of here.
What is that? Guessing it's not for decoration. Crossbows, huh? Something tells me they don't want to be friends. Huh. Courtyard's got to be through that gate. Don't think our hosts are gonna roll out the red carpet.
Probably not, right? All right, so what we identified is we got catapults, artillery, right? We got a couple of dudes just already kind of staring off into the abyss watching us. So crossbows and a red guy.
Things just keep getting better.
That's right. Okay, what we have here is a really nasty enemy about to appear. I would definitely make yourself a flashbang if you don't have any, because it's just much easier to deal with this thing right now with just one flashbang as opposed to wasting a shit ton of rounds. So this is scripted. There's nothing we can do to stop this. So those Forma Plaga are different from our little scythe whip things that we've been seeing so far. And those things are absolutely fucking terrible. Like, you'll have one chance to kind of like parry it away, but if it grabs you, it's an instant kill. Like, there's nothing you can do to get out of it. So just be aware of that. I think they're much easier just to deal with just one flashbang as opposed to dealing with them all head on and wasting a shit ton of ammo because they are very resistant to bullets, more so than their counterparts. So if you pop a giant Plaga, it's not good. And just be instinctive not to reload the gun because we are trying to make a change here. It's really hard not to hit that square or X, you know, when you're playing. After doing it for so many times, so just have a little bit of presence and knowledge there. Okay. And then here's the kicker. They're going to use those against us now. Then if you take a quick look, we have red barrels up there so we can destroy the catapults by aiming at those. Indeed they do. And we just want to watch out. Try to draw these people around here. Come on. So a nice little tidbit for new players alike. The game doesn't really want to make you think that you're good at exploring and stuff like that. So if you're actually very keen-eyed, you can see that through here, if I actually take a shot at this thing, it'll raise this cannon all the way to the top. All right. But on a natural playthrough, you don't really know that because that's kind of a secret that you learn when you're doing your little under 4 hour speed runs and check. We see that there's blue medallions kind of scattered throughout the level right now. If you want, you can take care of these kind of now. But the ones that are scattered through the castle, we don't really want to shoot at them right now because our objective is to survive this right now. So we don't want to waste our time trying to shoot blue medallions when we could just do it later. But yeah, so if you shoot through the grate and you shoot that, it'll raise the cannon and it'll make your experience a little bit easier. But if you're doing it the right way, you're gonna kind of not know that. So you're meant to kind of run through this. And we're gonna get caught up a little bit. And we'll start it right here. I'm gonna keep it moving.
I guess this is their idea of a warm welcome. Give me a break already.
Then we will have a guy that comes out of nowhere.
You hurt?
I'm good, thanks.
Sorry.
And you really do just want to figure out where the right time is to shoot things. You're just meant to keep it moving, keep it moving.
This could work.
And that's what I'm saying. Like if you don't know this earlier, this is the right way to do it. And then you eventually learn that you can shoot through the grate in order to raise that much earlier. So then you can use that cannon to attack the other catapults shooting at you. So it's a lot faster of a way instead of having to do this entire run back, which is kind of dangerous too at that. So the catapults went ahead and took care of a lot of the enemies for us, which is fantastic. And then right here, you do want to be a little careful because this could be a death spot. See that? Just kind of want to deal with that. And there you go. So naturally, that's how you deal with that part.
All right.
Holy.
Okay. Just kind of pick them off as you can. Make your experience a little bit easier. But all of this is the natural route and how to destroy all the cannons and stuff before they, or catapults before they attack you. And we just picked up another treasure. Now we're good. So taking care of the cannon, you can actually take aim at the enemies coming over here. There'll be a little reload sequence.
Firing again.
Then this
All
is
right. That went well.
done and done.
Warning next time.
And I did that pretty much with really handicapped health because I didn't really do that great at the Mendez fight. And then just kind of looking at our inventory here, you know, we're obviously getting really tight on space, so we'll just have to deal with what we can find and make room as needed. Okie dokie. Get a note. Destroy the blue medallions. 3. Those blue medallions have been strung up around the castle by those crazy zealots. They're a damn eyesore. Someone get them and out of my sight. Okay. So then the only medallion that we didn't get was the one inside here, little circle deal. Which is perfect. So hopefully we get it in the one shot, though. If I have to waste another round, I'm going to be a little upset. And I believe it's viewable through the window. At least it better be. Okay, so let's see here. Try to get a good shot on it. Feel like that's going to get in the way. Perfect. Okay. Now, I think there is a merchant, like, as soon as we enter the castle. I think they changed that up a lot, but I'm going to be safe and go through here because I can't really remember if it was for Leon or for a different part. Because the merchant locations have also changed in the remake, and I tried not to pay attention to it too much because my brain was still stuck on the RE4 regular. So this run could be kind of useless, but oh well.
Took
Okey-dokey.
care of a request, did ya? Well, look at you, mate. What can I interest?
Then if you want to trade for anything else in here, go ahead and do so.
What's that? How have we procured these curiosities? You don't want to know, mate.
So the
Ruby's all
SRG,
rubbish, mate.
the
No
Red
difference.
9,
Price? Well, that's
the
our choice to make.
Skull Shaker, wherever it's at. The Skull Shaker and then the Sentinel 9 will all be sold now. Because I don't require those weapons for this run.
Thank you.
Then we're going to buy the
That's an
Blacktail.
exemplary firearm right there, stranger. Not the best, sure, but she'll make you an ideal companion.
Then you want to get the Broken Butterfly.
Let us know when you've made some room.
Oh, you need the 6 spacers. Okay. Still not enough space there. It's really the small items are what give you no space at all. doing that still doesn't clear up any space either. Same dilemma. So that's what we need to do.
Anything else I can help pleasant?
Okay, so
Travel.
I guess we'll just have to put something away. Let's put this one away for now.
Welcome.
Then now buy
I
it.
see you have an eye for things. Gun's not just about shooting, it's about reloading. You'll know what I'm talking about. Go on, take this as well. Free of charge. We've been saving that one for the right customer.
Then you will always be able to buy these weapons back if you ever want to change your mind. So don't ever worry about that.
All my wares are in tip-top shape.
Resources will be sold from chapter to chapter. They're very limited though. So as you can see, only got 1 out of 3. So he's only going to be able to sell this 3 times in an entire run. Then we'll see like more and more stuff being able to be bought as well. So if you want extra resource kits, then there you go. You just have to find a merchant and then do your thing. This rocket launcher there's only 1 rocket launcher per zone. So this rocket launcher, if you bought it now, would only be good for 1 time through the entire castle zone. So you kind of have to pick and choose what boss you want to use it on. I could have got the one for Mendez, but you know, we were going to show the fights the right way, so we're not doing all that. Even though that you can purchase, like you can use the rocket launchers. They're for purchase. You just won't have a lot of money in the end. So the Broken Butterfly already comes with 15 power, which is going to be one of your strongest guns as is, and with the capacity of 6. So you already get 6 shots straight out the gate with your revolver, but you don't really want to use that gun out like that. But now that we have the ability to craft Magnum Ammo will have a chance to kind of drop around places now since we've unlocked that gun. Go ahead and send that back to the storage. And we're going to take our Blacktail out. And then now would probably be a good time to store away the rifle, because we're actually heading into more dangerous territory here. And we're going to take our shotgun out. And everything looks really good right now, so we'll go ahead and just make a little save here.
Welcome.
Alright. And then
Some
some power increases for sure, with some ammo.
This kind of work is about finesse, stranger. Little bit goes a long way. You'll see. You have a
Capacity's fine for these right now.
Nice.
Really just want to increase your power though. That's the biggest problem, is dealing with enemies quickly.
Anything else I can help? Don't get yourself killed now.
I mean, it's tiny. Striker fired handgun. This weapon has high performance across the board with no one outstanding characteristic. So it's pretty much a Glock. I mean, it really is a Glock. And I mean, I own one myself, so very reliable handgun for sure. Power leaves some to be desired there. Its capacity is low, so whatever. And then reload. I guess this weapon's just versatile against, you know, the whole thing of it. But it's really small. Like, only 4 squares for a handgun is really good. Because the Red 9 will take up, like, 6 or 8 slots its own self, and then you need the stock with it, too, which takes up additional space. So you're, like, really limited. You probably won't even be carrying the TMP if you choose to do that. So the replayability of Resident Evil 4 is so good for a Resident Evil game. I mean, they all have replayability value, but 4 is just like one of those. You can really just mix and match your weapons up for each run. Like, you don't have to use any of them if you don't want to. Like, I remember when I first played RE4 on the original, I never even used the TMP, and then I found out later on that the TMP is actually like the best way to like play the game, because this thing is. If you get, like, you know, if you score headshots or you can knee down the people, you can get a lot of melee attacks off with that gun, and it has a lot of ammo associated to it. But with the pistol, you kind of have to be, like, perfect in a way. Shoot for heads or shoot down their knees and all that stuff. Shotgun is just, you know, don't just get straight up into their face and then just blast them away. So I think it's all very nice. You can just come in here and just change up the way you play forever.
Look at this place. I mean, it's old, but...
Okay, so like I said, I kind of screwed myself by running backwards like that, but I thought he was in here. I thought he was in here, but I kind of forgot in a way, because he's usually not here like this in the original game.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? Thank you. Come back anytime.
Come back anytime. Then I think this changed a little bit too, or maybe not. No, we should get a cutscene. Good.
Warm welcome to my castle. Such a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, Mr. Kennedy.
Who the hell are you?
Me? Oh, please, call me Ramon. And allow me to get straight to the point. I would like you to hand the girl there over to me. Now.
Yeah, fat chance, Ramon. The girl's just fine. With me.
Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy. How novel. Nonetheless, you see, the girl must be ours. With a girl as the very source, your United States, and then the entire world shall overflow with his grace. For that is the iron will of my master, the most holy, Lord Sadler. So then, you will comply. Yes?
Never!
You heard the lady.
How unfortunate. Do make sure our guest feels at home, now that he has chosen death.
Leon?
Just stay close.
Oh yeah, here we go. think my favorite part about all that is the merchant just kind of like just watches all that shit happen. Alright, so a little jacked up there because I forgot to re-slot my shotgun.
Why not?
So, yep, a new introduction to new enemy types. We got flail dudes, we got shield dudes, we got guys with giant scythes with them. So, the enemy variety has definitely changed up a lot right now. And there we go. Our first instance of Magnum ammo. So that was a unique drop. Like I said, if you don't purchase the ammo stuff, if you don't have a gun associated to the ammo, then there will be like literally no chance unless it was scripted to drop in there, as was. Gotta remember puzzle stuff. Lock drawers. Gotta lift each other up and over. Fantastic drop. Go ahead and use that now. And there you go. Now we're back to full H.
Over here.
Okay.
Be careful.
It's open.
A little bit of a rare drop there with the red herb. And that's why I don't really like combining the herbs like that, because you do want to keep at least one green in case you do get the off chance that you get a red herb. And that's like an instant full heal in an emergency situation. Elegant perfume bottle. Perfume bottle of exquisite design. Sells for 10,000. Nothing else really down here.
Looks like we can continue on this way.
Be careful.
Poor bastard. That's no way to go.
Caretaker's note. I was awoken in the middle of the night once again. As those awful noises come from the basement, the sounds of nails clawing at the stone walls, and the writhing moan of curses. That man harbors enough hate to ruin this world. He once served the lord of the castle as a torturer like his father and grandfather before him. It's one more unsightly legacies left by the Salazar family. Even among his family, he was special. He enjoyed this work wholeheartedly. He had talent for it. He was gifted at tormenting others. His abilities soon attracted the master's interest, and then he took him to the dungeon. No, I can't write anymore. I won't. I don't want to recall what happened down there. My mind can't take it. I will break me. I was ordered to attend to him, feed him, dispose of the filth, all while listening to that wretched voice every night. I can't take it anymore. I've had enough. I will not tolerate one more night in this castle. I shall leave tomorrow, go far away, where that voice cannot reach my ears. And he didn't go very far. None shall escape. So very, very weird shit, right? Now we got another red herb, which is great.
What was that? Do they keep animals down here or something?
So they got this dude introduced real early. Like, he was still early in the castle, but this is like super early. And there's actually a really cool way to take these dudes down. Imagine having to sit in that shit. Fuck that. So we get us the dungeon key. The light is lost. Ha muerto la luz. A key found on the lap of the corpse in the dungeon. Pretty nifty looking key. And Leon does nothing but fall through floorboards, doesn't he?
Can't see me.
Like, such a great design. So good to see them back. So the gimmick here is if you smack the chains while you're running or walking, then he is going to go berserk and take aim at wherever he thinks you're at. Same with pop breaking or anything like that. You're going to take wild swipes just like that. So you just want to make sure you're careful, because this is such a good battle. Like, I love the fact that they kind of did something like this. But if you get up behind him,
Gotcha.
want to save yourself some rounds here. You don't really want to get into a firefight with this guy. Yep, then wherever you jingle the chains, that's where he's generally going to go attack. Kind of want him to get away from that area. And then that's it. You saw he takes a lot, especially when you're using just a knife. But if you do just the knife as well, you'll get a little challenge achievement for doing that. But I mean, you can go in there, take the broken butterfly, use magnum ammo, pop his back. There used to be like an old way to deal with him, and you can still kind of do it in this version of the game, where you just kind of shoot the plug on his back, and then he'll kind of like freak out a little bit, swinging around wildly. And if you can kind of perfect your shots, you can continuously kind of get him in a cycle where he does that over and over again, and then just easy kill him like that as well. Better to be done with the sniper rifle, though, since the sniper hits for 3 times the damage on weak spots.
It's you. What happened down there?
Nothing. You were right about the animals, though. Come on!
Gun rhymes with welcome. Ooh, what you buying? Thank you. Come back. Any welcome. That's good work, if I do say so myself. Don't get...
So in my opinion, worth to use the knife instead of just wasting thousands of rounds on that guy, because he does take quite a bit to shoot. And he's really not a hard encounter as long as you stay patient and don't knock into the chains and don't kind of freak out over his sweeping attacks. He almost got us one time, but if you see, like, I actually, like, if you duck at the right moment, like, this is what's really cool about it. You don't really need, like, the evasion, like, prompt in order to evade. If you just kind of, like, get yourself out of the general hitbox direction of where they are swinging at you, then you can avoid damage, like, full time. So that was a neat little addition to this game for sure. But alright, we are done with that. We are introduced to the castle in a big way. We got catapulted. Had to fight through some siege machines, shoot a cannonball, get ambushed by a bunch of zealots, and then had an introduction to the razor wielding enemies of the game. So I think that's good for now. We'll break here, and then when we come back, it'll be more castle exploration.